I am a CPA, and I've worked in industry for most of my career, 15 years or so. My wife was a flight attendant with a national airline for 17 years. I found myself working lots and lots of hours and constant reorganizations, downsizings, layoffs, a lot of stress. In the accounting profession, it seemed like you could never provide enough analysis for people, so lots of demands.
Well, as you probably already know, the IT consulting as well as the industry as a whole has been very volatile. There's been a lot of outsourcing, a lot of consolidation, a lot of businesses just going out of business for various reasons. And so being in the IT market is still a very viable option for a lot of people, but I started thinking a little bit longer term, is this something that I can imagine myself staying in for the next 20 years? And if so, what would it look like? And I started having a lot of doubts about what I would have to do to stay in the market, so I started broadening out my consideration on what some other alternatives might be out in the workplace.
Very tired of the corporate world. I'd been traveling probably 40 to 50% of the time, working nationally for a major financial services corporation. And in my mind, I wanted to spend more time with my family. My child was getting older. Another 5 years, she was going to be going off to college. Just wanted to spend more quality time with my family and do business locally as opposed to nationally. And so I decided to be self-employed because of that.
My background's a lot different than what you would find with a typical franchisee. Immediately prior to this effort, I was in medical school for about 2.5, 3 years, and was impinging on family obligations a lot and decided to back out of that. Prior to that, I was a CIO. I was in the information technology arena with a large finance company. But I made the decision to get into this line of business, to consider franchising and that business model due to the fact that my time was being chewed up by obligations dealing with school.
Corporate America, I had seen, particularly the finance field, had changed significantly over the last 7 to 8 years. Everything had moved from finance excellence to making the quarterly earnings numbers, then with the Sarbanes-Oxley, just the finance industry wasn't what it had been. And my interest wasn't what it had been. I'd also heard statistics like in a CFO role, you're probably going to be looking for a new CFO position every 2 to 3 years. I had moved my family quite a bit, so I was looking for some stability as well.
The company merged. They decided that they were looking at another direction in terms of management, and there were a number of downsizing that took place, which included myself. So for 8 months out of that period, I was scrambling trying to get back into corporate America, and at one point I just basically said to myself, why not explore an opportunity where you're working for yourself? And that started a whole process of looking, researching, where am I going to go, what am I going to do, and that led me to the Entrepreneur Authority.